The house has this very beautiful, simple sense of transparency and the way the light quality filters from inside to outside. The entry experience is shrouded with this idea of walking through the treetops. There's something quite romantic about arriving at the front door. My name is Stephen Jolson. I'm the principal architect at Jolson. This house was originally designed by Robin Boyd between 1953 and 1955. Boyd was a very significant architect in Australia. He used very simple geometric forms and created very simple dialogue between plan, space and landscape. The site is located in a suburb called Toorak, which is a southeastern suburb of Melbourne. The shape of the site is irregular. It's characterised by a very wooded gully environment with a steep terrain, and it occupies a dry riverbed. Boyd used the limitations of this site as the catalyst for an extraordinary design solution, where he designed a bridge that suspended across the gully. This helped overcome a lot of the problems in dealing with the complexities of building on such a steep site. The house was renovated several times over its lifetime, culminating in a very significant renovation in the 1980s, which significantly changed Boyd's original vision. A 3-storey building was added to the eastern side of the property, which included 3 or 4 bedrooms for living. The bridge itself was basically characterised by a series of informal and formal living spaces, and living spaces seemed to get wedged into corners of the space, and it really blocked this ability to connect seamlessly to the landscape, which was Boyd's original vision. The clients lived in the house in this condition for many years, and they decided to try and rehabilitate some of these ideas. The brief for this house was to try and re-establish a connection between Boyd's original structure of the house and the landscape, and to create a very open plan living family home. As you enter the home, we've very carefully divided the living spaces with a couple of divisions, one being the fireplace wall and one being the bar. The idea is to seamlessly move through this home effortlessly. The connection between the kitchen and the main dining area is also quite flexible. We've designed a series of moving panelled walls that seamlessly move from inside the cavity to create this visual screen between the kitchen preparation area and the main dining area. Being submerged within such a strong landscape environment allows this ability for dappled light to filter through the treetop canopies, but also through the transparency of the glazing. The experience of this home throughout the day is a combination of dappled, filtered natural light and this beautiful combination of texture and colour from the landscape beyond. Boyd's original design included a very large terrace that enabled its inhabitants to actually engage with the outside landscape. Over the years, the number of renovations, the ability to engage successfully with outdoor space was actually limited and only available through a very small terrace. One of the fundamental design features we added was a very large circular terrace suspended in the landscape immediately off the family room. This enabled clients to engage with the landscape the way that Boyd had originally envisioned. The layering of the materiality in the home has been very carefully considered. There's a very simple transition from strong structural elements to very soft timber detailing. So we used natural timber oak floors throughout the main bridge part of the home, as well as using steel as a way of highlighting features throughout the interior of the house. The fireplaces, the kitchen bench detailing, the crockery hutch. There's been a lot of burnished and handwork steel used to help celebrate this idea of materiality. My favourite part of the original home is the way Boyd chose to engage with the landscape. The bridge has created this exceptional design solution where you feel suspended in the landscape. And I think it is such a simple yet powerful gesture that has lasted the test of time.